Pero kung mismong Constitution, hindi natin masunod, at kung mismong Senado ay ibabasura ang sariling rules at ang Constitution, how do we expect that the other laws, di ba? So kung senador mismo pwedeng kasuhan or wag kasuhan sa flood control, what do you think magagawa sa ordinaryong konsehal, mayor, governor, di ba? So yes, we want a big fish, but we want the real fish. We don't want a sacrificial lamb na fish, di ba? Or we want the people who really did it para meron talagang saying, may katuparan yung sinasabing crime does not pay. So when you pay, that's a cost, di ba? Umutang ka, kailangan mong bayad. You do the crime, you have to do the time. So again, you're going back to what is the cost. So yun po ang hinihingi ko po sa mga kapatid nating media, sa mga kapwa nating senador, sa mga netizens natin, sa mga businessman natin. This weekend, as we talk about independence, let's think about the cost. Ano yung cost kung lumaban tayo? Ano yung cost kung i-expose natin? May personal cost po to, ha? Pero yung benefit po ay sa buong bayan. Samantalang pag tumahimik tayo, may personal gain po to. Pero yung epekto naman po sa buong bayan. Diba? I don't want to compare yung mga lumalaban ngayon sa ating mga national heroes kasi grabe po ang pinagdaanan ng ating mga national heroes. I cannot imagine. I don't want present-day Christians now to compare themselves to yung pinagdaanan ng apostles, for example. Or for a people to compare sa pinagdaanan ng Israelites, for example, when they were in Egypt, di ba? Iba-iba po ang season, iba-iba po ang pinagdadaanan. But each season po ay meron pong cost. Cost if we do the right thing, cost if we do the wrong thing. So in a couple of days, we're gonna face many issues, an economic crisis. Are we gonna tell the people kung ano talaga ang sitwasyon, kung may pera ba talaga ang bansa o hindi? Are we gonna tell them why we have or don't have money? Are we gonna tell them the truth whether we're gonna increase taxes or not? Are we gonna tell them the truth? Nasaan na yung pera the last few years? Okay. We're also gonna face an impeachment. So are we gonna tell the people the truth? Are we going to really have an impartial trial or aayusin at luto na to? Are we gonna tell them the truth that dapat 16 to convict? Or babawasan ba natin ng 6 na senador para maging 12 na lang? No? We're gonna face ilan pagsubok, lumabas ang totoo. Again, pag lumabas yung 18, sabi nila may 4 pa daw. 18 na former Marines, hindi ko alam yung 14 kung ano yung ano nila. Meron pong mga key people na may mga key evidence. Hindi ko sinasabi na lahat ng sasabihin nila ay totoo or may totoo, hindi totoo. Ang point ko po, it's our job to listen to them. It's the job of the Blue Ribbon Committee. Invite lahat. Kung kalokohan ang sinasabi nito, so sabi nung iba, Sir, over the years, ang daming nag-witness dyan na kalokohan. Yes. Paano nabisto na kalokohan yung sinasabi? Because nag-witness sila doon. Because you had different senators from different backgrounds, different styles of questioning them. Then you had an active media. Wala pang social media masyado noon. So lalo po ngayon, maglagay ka dyan ng 1, 18, 100 na may ebidensya, pictures, video, testimony. Makukompare natin lahat ng date niya. Makikita natin yan kung deepfake yan, kung edited yung pictures, kung edited yung video, kung AI yan, kung totoo, di ba? So, but the point is, if we cover it up, grabe po ang magiging cost at ang magsasuffer nito next generation. I'll close by remembering when, naiyak-iyak ng dad ko pag nung EDSA Revolution. Before pa pumutok lahat yon, no? I think it was a day before. Kasi nga pinapa-secure niya kami, tapos gusto niya mag-abroad muna kami, kaya Amerikana nga yung aking nanay. But nung sinabi namin, if you're going to fight, we're gonna fight. And I was 15 years old. Sister was a little bit older. My brothers were much younger. My mom didn't know what was happening, but she hardly saw my dad in tears, no? So, may iyak-iyak lang, but nung sinabi namin, we'll stay, if you're gonna fight, we're gonna fight, dun siya naiyak. Kasi sabi niya, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. So, napakaraming beses all throughout our life na Mag-aral ka ng mabuti, Alan, para sa iyo to. Di ba? Alan, bakit mababa grades mo? Di ba? Mapapamanahan kita, pero magagastos mo lang yan. Pero mag-aral ka, para sa iyo to. Pia, hindi ka pwedeng pumunta sa party na walang chaperone. Para sa iyo to. Many, many times it was about discipline. And later on in life, para sa iyo to. But yung sacrifice, he meant it. And in fact, fast forward, in his last few months, nung umiiyak siya, nung sasakit, and then he told me, Alan, nung 60s, nandito ako sa Amerika. High hopes for the Philippines, pero ganito Pilipinas. So isipin mo yon 2003. But sabi niya, 40 years later or 30 years later, ganun pa rin ang Pilipinas. Sabi niya, ganun pa rin ang hope siya, pero ganun. Tapos umiiyak siya. Tapos sinasabi ko, Dad, don't lose hope. So can you imagine the sacrifices in 1986? Now it's 40 years later. 40 years was the number of years that the Israelites were in the desert. And I've always thought it was simply because of disobedience. Because disobedient, paulit-ulit, ang people of God, hindi pinayagan na ang few weeks, few days, or 2 weeks na biyahe by foot, mapunta na sa Israel, ay naging 40 years. But may nag-explain po, and I've seen a lot of preaching after that, na nagsabing, the Israelites were taken out of Egypt, but Egypt was not taken out of their minds. Meaning, they still taught as slaves. So they cannot be conquerors in the new land unless they learn to be conquerors. And because of many things, including disobedience, they did not learn to be conquerors. Kailangan maubos ang generation nila. Kaya yung new generation na ang pumasok. So when natapos yung martial law, nagkaroon ng new constitution, sabi nung iba, hindi nawala yung corruption, na decentralized lang. So dati centralized sa Malacanang at sa executive ang corruption. Ngayon may corruption sa legislative, sa konsehal, sa barangay, businessman, yun din ang sinasabi. Dati I just have to contend with the USEC, naging director. Dati I just have contend to the mayor, ngayon panay barangay captain. So nandyan yung mga problema. But the question is, after 40 years ng EDSA revolution, is the new generation, kami na yon, mga martial law babies, ready to turn over to the next generation to say, we're ready to be corrupt-free. So, yun po yung cost ng laban namin ngayon. We cannot turn over to you a corrupt-free Philippines pag hindi tayo lumaban. And dun sa mga Gen Z na hindi naiintindihan yung laban ngayon, hindi rin namin maintindihan yung laban ng parents namin noon. Kaming mga pro-Marcos, simple lang. Pro-Cory kayo, pro-Marcos kami. Ganun kami, ganyan kayo. At that time, it was simple. Dalawang na eh. Sa basketball, Crispa, Toyota. Sa toothpaste, Colgate, Close-Up. Sa camera, Kodak, Fuji, dalawa lang pagpipilian. Ngayon, magulo na. Multi-party. Everyone, may sobrang left, may sobrang right, may pink, may original yellow, may pink lawan, may DDS, merong DDS pero hindi ako ganito. May Marcos alone, may Marcos pa rin, may Marcos na rin. So, gumugulo. At saka dati, dyaryo, ilan lang, TV, ilan lang, radyo per province, yung top 3. Ngayon, with social media, everyone has, So, iba po ang laban ngayon. We cannot solve today's problems with yesterday's solution. Iba na po. And yes, this laban na to, hindi lang to laban nung ka-age ko at mas matanda sa akin. Laban to ng ating mga Gen Z, ng mga bata ngayon. Those between 15, 16, 17 to 30. Laban nyo to kasi you will inherit. So some of you think we're wrong. And it's better the direction we were taking. Some of you think we're right. Hindi yun yung topic natin tonight. Ang topic natin tonight, simple lang, may cost. May cost na mag-decide kayong lumaban. May cost din para sabihin natin hindi lumaban. And if you ask me tonight, if we want a real independent Philippines, kung gusto nyo na every year sasabihin natin, ngayon taon na to, mas malaya tayo, kailangan tuloy-tuloy ang laban. Pag kumakanta po tayo ng ating national anthem, yung Lupang Hinirang, ang sinasabi po natin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. So we're singing to ourselves for the world to hear, but we're singing it to ourselves. So when the athletes were so proud of wins the gold medal and they're hearing, kung willing ka nga mamatay para sa ating bansa, ano pa yung mag-training ka na napakahirap para umabot doon, di ba? So to certain groups of people, let's